嚟到紓解情緒大聯盟嘅網上直播，咁我哋今日咧真係非常非常之高興啦，咁就邀請咗我哋嘅其中一位喺外地嘅老師阿 Luca 咧，佢會係為我哋今晚咧係主持一個喚醒明亮之心嘅分享嘅。咁大家留意喎，今日呢一個嘅工作坊係平時嘅係10點鐘咧，我哋今晚咧係會延長去到11點半嘅。咁Luca 老師佢除咗係有一個嘅講解嘅部分咧，咁喺到最尾嘅嗰一段嘅時候咧，佢會我哋係做一個咧同心有關連結嘅meditation 嘅。咁而除咗 Luca 老師之外咧，你會見到啦，另外呢個鏡頭咧就有另外一位靚女，咁就係 Tiffany。咁 Tiffany 咧佢就會係今日咧就好多謝佢啦，就會幫我哋咧係負責做翻譯嘅。咁我首先咧咁開始之前，我都要介紹下 Luca 老師嘅。咁佢本身咧佢係嚟自斯洛文尼亞啦，咁佢咧係心係香港，咁佢喺2015年開始咧已經喺香港咧係主辦好多嘅工作坊噶啦。咁尤其是咧係如果比較多人認識佢嘅咧，就係喚醒明亮之心嘅工作坊啦。佢亦都係有喺香港嗰度係教薩滿療癒嘅。咁佢係有教 level 1 to level 5。咁喺香港嘅話咧，有啲好成功嘅薩滿療癒師咧，其實咧都係 Luca 嘅學生嚟嘅。咁另外咧亦都係會有教我哋做 sacred geometry 啦嘅導師嚟嘅。咁事不宜遲啦，咁我哋就係不如就等阿老師咧開始咧係同我哋去分享翻佢對於情緒啦、對於個心啦嘅各個部分咧佢嘅分享。咁Luca, thank you so much for joining us. I know that you are very busy and you are somewhere in Europe, right?
Yes. Hi Sue, hi everybody. I'm really happy to be connected with all of you. Yeah, I'm in Europe right now, in Slovenia. Yes.
Okay, back to your hometown.
Back in my hometown. Yes.
Oh, great. So I'll give you the time with together with Tiffany, and we'll have 1.5 hours. So it's all yours.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Sue. And welcome everybody to our, let's say, broadcast, awakening heart, emotional connection and forgiveness and blessing for Hong Kong.
歡迎大家啦！今日咧就會係關於情緒啦、心嘅連結啦，同埋一個對香港嘅祝福嚟嘅。
Yes, so I'm really happy to connect to all of you again.
係好開心今日可以再同大家喺呢個平台上面再連結。
Yes, I'm going to talk a little bit about our heart and how our emotions and our thoughts and feelings work together.
我今日咧會講關於我哋嘅心啦、我哋嘅頭腦啦，同埋我哋嘅感受咧點樣會大家一齊 work 埋一齊嘅。
If we look at our body and how our body was developed in the mother's womb, we know that the first organ was the heart.
當我哋睇我哋嘅身體嘅時候咧，就會知道其實我哋當我哋喺媽媽嘅母體喺子宮裏邊嘅時候，其實第一個會發展嘅一個器官咧，就係我哋嘅心臟。
So this means that even before you had a first thought, you were a heart and you had a heartbeat.
咁即係意味咗咧，當你有第一個思想嘅之前，其實你係有你第一個嘅心跳咯。
After that, you got kidneys, and then you got a tongue.
跟住之後，你就會有腎臟啦，然後就會有條脷啦。
And the brain came later.
然後個腦咧係接住呢啲之後咧，先至會發展出嚟嘅。
So from biology, we can understand that actually the heart should be the master and the brain should be the servant.
所以喺一個心理嘅角度嚟講咧，其實我哋都會知道就係原來我哋嘅心先至係我哋主人，而我哋嘅頭腦係去跟隨我哋個心嘅。
Yes, but for many people, it's the opposite, right?
但係我哋有好多人都會發現都係調轉嘅。
Yes, we're going to talk a little bit how emotions work connected to the thinking.
我哋都會講關於我哋嘅情緒點樣去其實點樣去同我哋嘅頭腦思想去連接。
And then later we're going to do a meditation.
然後之後我哋就會做一個靜心嘅練習啦。
Well, the first thing is, if you want to overcome something, anything, you must first own it. You must first accept it.
我哋都會知道嘅就係，當你需要去面對一啲事情嘅時候，其實第一樣嘢你要做嘅就係你要去接受佢。
Yes, whatever we don't accept, it creates suffering.
當你唔接受佢嘅時候，你就會產生痛苦啦。
So any emotion that we have, it can be anything. We must accept it. It is what it is.
我哋所有嘅情緒，其實第一樣嘢我哋要做嘅就係接受佢，要接受佢如是咁樣。
Yes, but then what happens is, if the emotion or feeling is something we don't want to have and it's pushing us down, then also when we think about it, we always want to recreate the same scenarios in our mind.
當我哋咧情緒比較低落嘅時候啦，咁我哋都會喺個頭腦裏邊咧都會不停咁樣去產生翻同一個嘅情景出現㗎。
Yes, we normally think that to overcome the emotion is about thinking about it. No, it's not about this.
我哋成日都會覺得，當我哋想面對你嘅情緒嘅時候咧，都係用嘅方法都係去諗關於呢件事啦，但其實唔係咁樣嘅。
Yeah, so the brain likes to make all different scenarios about what could have been different if we have done something different, or what could have happened in the future, but the brain doesn't want to stay in the present moment because it's too painful.
咁我哋大腦咧會不停咁樣去產生好多種唔同嘅情景啦，關於呢件事啦，我哋可以點樣做得好啲啊，或者點樣會發生啊咁樣。咁rather than 佢stay 喺我哋呢個現在呢個時間上面嘅話，佢就會不停咁喺度製造好多嘅諗法咯。
So everybody has a little different length of time that they need to heal the emotional body.
每一個人都有佢自己唔同嘅時間去療癒佢自己嘅情緒體嘅。
And there's also no straight line, or there's no same rules how we should all be doing it, that everybody should be doing it at the same way. It's not no rules.
亦都唔會有一個特別嘅方法，一個捷徑或者所有人共通嘅一個 formula 去處理我哋嘅情緒。
Yeah, one thing that works for everybody, and you can also try this by yourself, is asking your thoughts and asking your emotions, are you real? Is it true? Are you real?
有唯一一個方法咧可以 work 嘅就係你可以問下你嘅情緒或者你嘅情感思想，你哋係咪真㗎？
Yes, and whenever you stop and you close your eyes, for example, and you observe yourself and you say, is this emotion real? Is this me? You will realize that it's not real. It's just there. You can just observe it.
當你匿埋眼嘅時候，然後去感受下呢啲情緒，然後同埋思想嘅時候，你再去問，究竟呢啲係咪真嘅咧？咁樣你就會發現其實都唔係真嘅喎。
Yeah, you know, in India, or let's say from Eastern spiritual schools, they would say that we have a lower mind and a higher mind.
喺印度啦，我哋喺一個東方嘅spiritual 嘅境況裏邊咧，係都會分咗lower mind 同埋 higher mind 嘅。
Of course, you know about this, but they call it by the name Jiva. Jiva would be the lower mind, Jiva, and the Brahman would be the higher mind.
咁就會係分咗做 Jiva， 即係我哋嘅個人自我啦，而Brahman 就係神性自我。
And the Jiva, or our translation, this would be like the ego, would understands everything is separated, and everything I feel, this is me. Everything I think, this is me.
而 ego 咧，個人自我咧，佢會覺得所有嘢都係分離嘅，所有嘢都係我咁樣。
Yes, but when the Jiva, or the lower self, starts to realize that this is not me, I don't really exist, then also most of the problems we have with our emotions and thoughts, they start to disappear.
當自我咧佢發現原來我係唔存在嘅，我呢個自我係唔存在嘅時候，所有關於呢啲所有嘅問題，關於你嘅問題，都會完全咁樣漸漸咁樣消失。
Okay, because it seems like the emotions and the thoughts, these two, it looks like they have a life of their own. It's like it almost looks like we cannot control them. They just have their own life,
就好似咧啲情緒同埋諗法咧，好似佢哋自己有生命咁樣啊！我哋好似唔能夠去掌控佢哋。
And what I will say now is a little funny, but our emotions don't want you that you are aware of them. They want you that you identify yourself with them.
而情緒咧好得意嘅，佢係唔想你去覺察到佢哋，而想你覺得啊，佢就係你咯，即係你係佢嘅一部分。
But what you must do is you must realize that your emotions, feelings, and thoughts are not you.
但你要知道嘅就係，其實你嘅情緒、你嘅感受同埋你嘅思想，其實唔係你咯。
You stop believing in your emotions and thoughts, and then you can become the Brahman, the higher mind.
當你唔再相信嗰啲情緒係你嘅時候，你就會成為神聖自我啦。
So what is the most difficult for everybody on our planet to do is the emotional work.
for 我哋咧最難嘅事情去做嘅就係關於我哋嘅情緒體嘅。
Yeah. So because most of us, when we start to deal with emotions, we think, oh, we need to control the emotions, control the thoughts. But more we work with our emotions and thoughts that we don't want to have, but we are working with them, we are still feeding them, and they still get energy and attention from us.
但係咧嗰樣嘢吊詭嘅就係，其實當你越 work with 你嗰個情緒啊，你想處理佢嘅時候，你想去控制佢嘅時候，其實係控制唔到啊。因為你越控制嘅時候，其實你仲俾緊能量呢一件事，你仲喺度餵食緊佢，等佢仲可以繼續生長咯。
Yeah, so when you realize, okay, these emotions are not me, I don't need them, you ask them, are you real? Then they will slowly just start to transform into something else.
當你發現原來情緒唔係真實嘅，然後你唔需要去餵飼佢哋嘅時候，佢唔係你嘅一部分嘅時候，其實呢啲就開始會轉化成為其他嘅嘢啦。
Okay, so it's not really you letting go the emotion. It's the emotion leaves you because you don't put attention into it anymore.
所以其實咧唔係你去let go或者放低呢啲情緒，而係嗰啲情緒慢慢咁樣離開你。
Yeah. So everybody can do this, and we are born with this ability to survive and grow, but we must. Everybody has a different level of awareness.
每個人我哋嘅覺察程度都唔同啦，但我哋與生俱來都係有呢個能力去做呢件事嘅。
Yeah. So let me talk a little bit about practical things, what we can do. Okay.
好，我哋講一啲實際嘅練習，等我哋可以做啲乜嘢去面對呢啲情緒咧。
Yeah. Okay. So one thing I want to talk about is the communication between the heart and the brain.
第一樣嘢我哋會講嘅就係我哋嘅心同埋我嘅腦之間嘅一個溝通。
Yes. So what we realized in HeartMath Institute is that the heart sends more information to the brain than the brain sends to the heart.
我哋喺 HeartMath Institute 裏邊咧，發現咗一樣嘢，就係我哋嘅心其實 send 好多嘅資料俾我哋嘅頭腦，但其實咧頭腦咧係 send 好少嘅資料去俾我哋嘅心嘅。
And they also realized that there is a connection between our nervous system, our breathing, and the heartbeat.
好，而佢哋發現咧，原來有幾樣嘢咧係連結埋一齊嘅，其中一樣嘢就係我哋嘅神經系統啦，我哋嘅heartbeat 啦，同埋我哋嘅呼吸嘅。
And actually, our nervous system has two aspects, two main aspects. One will be the sympathetic, and one will be the we call it parasympathetic nervous system.
而我哋嘅神經系統有兩個唔同嘅系統啦，第一個系統就係交感神經系統，第二個就係副交感神經系統。
So this would be like a gas and a brake on your car.
Sorry, say again.
Yeah, sorry. This would be like a gas and a brake on the car, like
OK。咁就好似我哋踩迫力啦，同埋我哋加油喺個即係車裏邊踩迫力同埋加油嘅兩個系統咁樣。
So when we breathe in, it's like we put on the gas, but when we let go, it will slow down the process.
當我哋呼吸入去嘅時候，其實就好似我哋俾緊油落去咁樣；當我哋呼出嚟嘅時候，就好似我哋俾緊 brake 咁樣。
So one thing we can all do when we are under stress is do 1 or 2 minutes of focused heart breathing, which I will tell you right now, and it will release the stress from your body.
當我哋處於壓力嘅時候咧，其實有一樣嘢我哋可以做嘅就係用2分鐘時間去做一個叫做 heart breathing， 即係深呼吸嘅一個動作嘅。咁一陣間我哋就會教到啦。
Because the nervous system actually connects all the way to this area, which we call it the lower heart chakra.
而我哋嘅神經系統咧，其實都係同我哋呢一個 lower heart chakra， 即係我哋呢個低嘅心脈輪咧，係有連結嘅。
Yeah, because by the way, we have 2 heart chakras.
我哋其實有2個 heart 嘅 chakra， 即係心輪係有2個嘅。
Yes, the lower heart chakra would be somewhere here, and then the upper heart chakra would be somewhere here.
咁我哋有2個心輪啦，高心輪就係呢個位。低心輪 lower chakra 就係喺呢一個位嘅，即係呢度。
Yeah, the lower heart chakra is connected to unconditional love.
而我哋嘅下心輪咧，其實係同我哋嘅無條件嘅愛係連接啦。
It is the neutral love, the neutral.
係一個中立嘅愛嚟嘅。
What does it mean neutral? It means you can love everybody in the same way without saying I love you more or I love you less.
而咩叫做中立嘅愛？就係我哋一視同仁嘅，我哋冇話我愛你多啲或者愛你少啲咁樣。
You know this man?
你知道呢個男人係邊個啊？
So he was just teaching the same thing that we are talking about here.
佢其實就係講咗我哋而家講緊嘅嘢。
Yeah, that you can find the kingdom of heaven in your heart.
你會喺你嘅心裏邊揾到天堂。
But if you love somebody, or if you love somebody from the upper heart chakra,
當你用上心輪去愛人嘅話咧
this would be you love them and at the same time you don't love them.
咁就會好似你愛佢，但係同時其實你又係唔愛佢咁樣咯。
Yeah, it can also be like this. You love these people, but those people you don't love, you hate them. You know.
就好似你好愛佢哋，但係其實嗰扎人同時間你都係我都係唔中意佢哋嘅。
Yes, or you love certain group of people, and that group of people will do something you don't like, or your ego doesn't like, and then next moment you hate them.
或者就係你有一班人你好中意嘅，但係佢只要做咗某一啲嘢你唔係好中意，你個 ego 唔係好中意嘅話咧，跟住然後第二個 moment 你就會覺得我唔中意佢哋啦咁樣。
Yes, so coming back to the heart breathing, it's really easy technique. You just I do it like this. I put 2 or 3 fingers on my lower heart chakra here.
我哋做深呼吸咧，其實好簡單嘅，就好似 Luca 老師咁樣咧，會將個2、3隻手指擺喺一個下心輪嘅位置。
You can put your whole hand is okay.
或者成個手掌都係 OK 嘅。
But if you put your hand on your heart, like I don't know, that's not it. It must be here in this area. You know.
但係如果你話擺喺個心臟嘅位置咧，唔係咁 work 嘅，一定係要擺喺一個下心輪嘅位置。
And by the way, your heart is not here. Your heart is here and a little bit to the left. It's like this.
By the way， 你哋個心咧其實唔係喺呢度啦，其實係喺正中偏左少少呢個位置度。
Okay. And what do? Is you need only to do this for 1 minute or 2 minutes. It's
你
already
只
enough.
需要做1至2分鐘到就已經好夠㗎。
Imagine a wave.
去想像有一個浪啦，海
Yeah.
浪。
You know, like we have in school, we have sinus wave. You know, like up and down. You know.
就好似學校上數學堂咁樣，就會上跟住落咁樣嘅。
Yes, and start to breathe rhythmically.
咁你可
start to
以
breathe in a rhythm, rhythmically.
然後你開始就係有節奏咁樣去呼吸。
And imagine going up.
幻想你向下按高向上行。
Breathe out.
And then breathe out， 呼出。
Breathe in.
跟住呼入。
Breathe out.
And then 呼出。
Yes, and it's suggested that you do this in a slower. I mean that you breathe a little slower than you normally breathe.
你嘅呼吸嘅頻率咧，會比你平時咧慢少少嘅。
And what happens in this moment is the connection, the coherence between the heart and the brain becomes stronger and stronger and stronger.
咁當你做呢個嘅時候，有啲咩發生咧？就係你嘅心同埋你個腦嘅連貫性咧會變強嘅。
You know, your heart has a memory. You know, your heart can remember things from 1 minute ago or from 20 or 30 years ago.
而你個心咧其實有記憶嘅能力嘅，佢會記得1分鐘之前發生過啲咩事，甚至乎係20-30年前發生過啲咩事。
Actually, there's a little point in the heart which has brain cells inside.
咁佢有一個有啲心嘅有啲細胞咧係做呢件，係做負責呢一個工作。
I think it's called cardiac ganglion, something. Okay, doesn't matter. I forgot the word. Yes. So, and what also happens is around your heart you have electromagnetic field.
即係圍繞住你嘅心臟咧，其實仲有另外一樣嘢嘅，就係一個電磁場啊，其實。
Yeah, it looks something like that.
就好似呢張Luca 老師 hold 住嗰張圖咁樣。
Yes. So our heart is making electricity, and whenever there is electricity, those of you who are more in physics or engineering, you know that where there is electricity, there is magnetism.
如果大家知道物理嘅話，就會知道，如果當你有電嘅時候，就會有磁力呢樣嘅事情。
And the heart, whenever you have a heartbeat, the heart is going to with every heartbeat, there will be an expansion of your electromagnetic field.
而每一個嘅心跳其實都係做緊一個擴大嘅一個你嘅電子場。
Yes. So if you are breathing rhythmically and you focus on your heart, like physically, and also you remember an emotion and feeling that you like, your whole field is going to expand so much, a lot.
當你focus 喺呢個心度嘅時候啦，然後當你亦都係你個呼吸係喺一個節奏上邊，而你係將你嘅 focus 擺喺一啲美好嘅 feeling 上面嘅話咧，其實你嗰個心嘅電子場咧係會可以脹大得好大嘅。
And the electromagnetic field around the heart, I forgot the exact number. It's about 100,000 times stronger, 100,000 times stronger than the field around the brain.
而圍繞住心嘅呢個電子場咧，其實佢唔係好記得 exactly 嗰個數字啦，但大概係10萬倍，比呢個頭腦嘅嗰個電子場咧係大10萬倍嘅。
Yeah, so it means also that whenever you are focused on the heart, you're going to affect everybody around you.
即係話其實當你 focus 喺你個心嘅呢一個電子場嘅時候，你亦都會影響到你身邊嘅唔同嘅人。
So if you want to help your friends, your partner, your family, your city, you know, work on yourself first.
所以當你好想幫你身邊嘅朋友啦、親人啦，或者係你嘅城市嘅話，其實第一件事你要做嘅就係 work on 你自己。
You know, it's like you go on the airplane and the flight attendant will tell you, oh, you must first put the air, the oxygen mask on your face first, and then you can put it on another person.
就好似你喺飛機上面，如果遇到有氣流嘅時候，或者意外嘅時候咧，第一件事嗰啲空姐都會同你講話，哦，你自己先戴咗氧氣罩，先至去幫其他人去戴氧氣罩。
Yeah, it's like this. The greatest gift you can give to the world is that you work on yourself.
而你俾呢個世界最大嘅禮物就係你去 work on 你自己，去調整你自己。
And the greatest gift that others can give to you for Christmas or something is that they work on themselves.
而其他人俾你可以最大嘅禮物，亦都係同樣就係佢哋去 work on 佢哋自己先。
Yeah, so now there will be Christmas in December. You can tell your friends, you know what, for Christmas, I just want that you work on yourself, okay?
所以嚟緊聖誕節嘅時候，你可以同朋友講話，哦，你知我最想要嘅禮物就係你 work on 你自己啦。
Yes. So just to repeat, to make sure that you all know, put your hand on your heart chakra.
好，我哋重複一次啊，我哋將我哋嘅手擺喺下心輪嘅位置。
Breathe in, breathe out.
然後你呼出、呼入、
In,
呼入、
breathe out.
呼出。
Let us do together. Close your eyes.
OK，我哋而家大家一齊做啊，匿埋隻眼睛，
Breathing in,
你吸入，
breathing out.
然後呼出，
Breathing in,
再吸入，
breathing out.
再呼出。
Breathing in,
吸入，
breathing out.
呼出，
Breathing in,
再吸入，
breathing out.
呼出，
Breathing in,
吸入，
breathing out.
呼出。
So whenever I'm in Hong Kong, I know I can see and feel people. They are under stress. It's really easy to be under stress in Hong Kong, I believe.
我當我喺香港嘅時候，我都好見到其實香港人都好容易會有遇到壓力。
Yes, because it's like you know, in the morning you wake up and you know you are almost late and you need to go somewhere. It happens in every big city where many people live together.
每一日我哋起身嘅時候都我哋就嚟遲到啦，咁都會覺得好大壓力啊！即係一起身嘅時候就已經好大壓力。其實每一個城市都會發生緊呢一件事嘅。
Yes. Okay. I want to give you one example from Institute of HeartMath, from where I also studied. I'm also HeartMath certified coach. One example I want to tell you.
我想舉一個HeartMath Institute 裏邊嘅其中一個例子。
And it's they measured. They had one person who owned a dog.
佢哋有一個人咧，養咗隻狗嘅。
And they gave this man a device which can measure the heart rate variability, the changes of the heart rate.
而佢哋咧俾咗個機器，佢哋咧係可以量度嗰個人嘅心率變異性嘅。
And then this man didn't know, but in the next room, they brought his dog, and he was really connected with his doggy, you know.
咁而嗰個男人唔知嘅，而喺另外一間房咧，其實佢哋同樣咧都將呢個儀器咧駁咗喺佢嗰個人嘅隻狗嗰度。
You know, the dog can probably smell the owner or know that the owner is there, but the owner didn't know. But something amazing happened.
隻狗probably 都知道其實個主人喺附近啦，因為都會聞到味道啦。咁但係個主人係完全唔知道佢自己隻狗係喺隔離嘅。
So when this man was in proximity, nearby the dog, even if the dog was in the next room, his whole electromagnetic field went into the balance. So it went, it worked, even if they couldn't see each other.
咁當咧嗰個人咧行近喺間房嗰度行近去到一個距離可以同隻狗有聯繫嘅時候咧，嗰個人嘅嗰個成個電子場咧都變得平衡咗啊！而佢自己係唔知 ，sorry 啊，而佢哋係而嗰個人係唔知道原來隻狗就係喺第二間房 ，sorry。
And one really amazing thing that also happened was they put 4 people in one office and they were all under stress, you know, the phone calls and all the boss and customers and all this stuff going on.
而佢哋亦有一件好得意嘅事情發生咧，就係佢哋又擺咗4個人喺一個 office 裏邊，然後佢哋全部人咧都好大壓力喺度講緊電話啊，喺度做緊啲嘢啊，開緊會啊咁樣。
Yeah, and they all had a sensor for the heart rate.
而佢哋都有帶住嗰個度心率嗰個嘅儀器。
But they were only teaching one of these 4 people to do what I just told you to do the heart focused breathing.
而佢哋咧淨係教咗其中一個人去做我哋剛才做嘅呢一個深呼吸嘅呢一個練習。
And I think it was 1 time per hour for a few minutes. This man needed to close his eyes, or not even close his eyes. He needed to do the heart focused breathing one time per hour.
而呢個男人咧，佢要每一個鐘頭就去做呢一個深呼吸嘅呢個meditate 呢個練習。
Yeah, and what happened was all other 3 people also were affected, and also their heart rate went into coherence.
而有啲咩發生咧？就係所有喺嗰度嗰4個人，佢哋嗰個心率同埋佢哋嗰個連貫性咧，都全部都去變咗做平衡翻啦。
So, okay, now you just learned how to reprogram the memory of your heart from stress to, let's say, to coherence between the heart and the brain.
我哋頭先咧做咗一個 reprogramming 嘅動作，就係將我哋由一個壓力嘅狀態轉咗一個心同埋腦咧都係能夠連貫連接嘅一個狀態。
Okay, now next thing.
I will
talk about the brain waves.
我哋會講關於個腦電波嘅嘅事情。
Okay, you can write this down if you want.
你可以寫低嘅。
Yes. The normal thinking that everybody is using, the normal brain waves that everybody has most throughout the day is beta. This is the awakened part of beta.
我哋正常人喺我哋正常嘅時間，大部分嘅時間我哋都喺一個 beta 波嗰度嘅。
Yes, when you drink coffee, when you want to be awake, when you want to think a lot, you need to be in the beta.
當你要係好清醒，你飲咖啡嘅時候咧，你想自己係好專注嘅話咧，你都係喺 beta 波裏邊嘅。
Yes, and many people have jobs like that that need to be like 10 hours or more in this beta brainwave.
有好多人喺工作上面咧，可能長期10個鐘頭都要喺呢一個 beta 波裏邊，要好清醒嘅。
Yes, but if a human body is too long in beta, this will trigger anxiety, like stress, sadness, depression.
但係咧，當一個人咧長時間都喺 beta 波裏邊嘅時候，其實會發生啲咩事咧？就係佢哋會有唔開心啦，會有抑鬱啦，或者會有呢啲咁樣嘅情緒。
And then you can be, you are maybe looking for your weekend or for your evening where you can have a little bit of fun and watch a video or movie or something like that.
所以有好多人都會好期待週末啊，或者放工嘅時候，你可以可以 hea 啊，可以去舒服一下咁樣。
But it's not so easy to go into the real happiness.
但係咧好難真正有嗰個真正嘅快樂，好超嗰個感受。
Yeah, I want to use 開心 right?
開心 yes.
開心 yeah. So open heart. And there's a difference between just having fun and having an open heart. 開心。
其實真正嘅開心喜悅同我哋有啲趣味、有啲樂趣啊，有啲分啊，係兩件唔同嘅事嚟嘅。
I'll give you one example. If anybody has like a little doggy at home, or let's say, or you have like something that you come home, or you have like a child who runs to you and hugs you, or a certain friend or somebody that when you see them, you get really, really excited and happy. Just imagine this feeling right now.
你可以想象一下嘅就係，當你返到屋企嘅時候，你可能有你最喜愛嘅狗狗啦，或者係你嘅小朋友啦，或者一個係你好中意嘅朋友喺你嘅面前嘅時候，你可以試幻想一下。
Let's say you have a doggy and he's doing this with the tail, and you're like, hey, where are you? Where are you? Leave my doggy.
你可以想象下就係，有隻狗返到嚟，佢可以搖頭擺尾啊，跟住然後向你示好啊，嗰種感覺。
In that moment, you go out of beta brainwave and you go to alpha.
喺呢一個狀態上面咧，你嗰個腦電波咧會由 beta 變咗做 alpha 波嘅。
Alpha is the relaxed state. You become relaxed.
alpha 波阿爾法波咧，其實係一個你好 relax、好放鬆嘅一個狀態裏邊。
And if you have a lot of alpha waves, you will be more happy in your life and more healthy in your life.
當你有好多嘅 alpha 波嘅時候咧，其實即係話你會有好多開心嘅或者輕鬆嘅感受出現啊。
And they realized there's one institute called BioCybernaut Institute that they realized that if you are just doing things like watching the phone or watching some videos or something like that, it will not trigger your alpha waves. No.
而有一個 institute 叫做 BioCybernaut 嘅 institute 咧，佢哋發現咧，當你係喺度睇電話啊或者 iPad 啊嘅時候咧，係唔能夠將激活你嘅alpha 波嘅。
Yeah, you must have something that it will make you genuinely happy.
你一定有一啲咧嘢令到你真切地真係覺得好喜悅。
And now look at the babies. Babies have a lot of alpha waves, a lot.
當你去睇小朋友嘅時候，其實小朋友有好多大部分嘅時間，佢哋都係喺 alpha 波裏邊。
Yes, the baby will cry, but then after 30 seconds, the baby will smile.
BB 可能佢喺度喊啊，但係 BB 佢可能30秒之後佢就已經喺度咔咔咔咔咁喺度笑啦。
Yes, and the baby to keep the baby when the baby grows up and becomes a child and then a teenager and so on, must also have a human connection, also physical touch, must have a hug.
而小朋友BB 由當佢長大嘅時候變做小朋友啦，再變做 teenager 就係青少年嘅時候咧，其實佢哋需要好多physical touch 啊，即係要擁抱啊，要摸啊，一啲好感觸上面嘅一啲觸碰。
Yeah, and the most simple medicine the best medicine is actually really simple.
其實最有效嘅藥啊，最好嘅藥其實係好簡單。
We would all be so much more genuinely happy if we would hug each other a few times per day.
其實我哋會覺得真係好開心或者喜悅，如果我哋可以咧每一日都能夠擁抱對方幾次咁樣，一日幾次。
Normally we don't hug enough. We don't even tap each other on the shoulder, and this social distancing made it even a little bigger problem. Even now.
而正常咧，其實我哋好少可會去觸碰其他人啦。更莫講話就係會不停咁要去擁抱其他人，尤其是喺我哋而家疫情要有呢一個 social distancing 啦，我哋就會更加難做到呢一樣嘢。
But there's another thing. Okay, there's another thing. It's like let's say that you have your doggy and your dog is doing this with the tail, okay? And then your phone rings.
有另外一樣嘢就係，可能你隻狗不停咁搖頭擺尾，好開心嘅一個情景，跟住突然間你個電話響起。
And you look at your phone and you see, oh my God, no, I don't want to answer this person.
然後你見到個電話喺度，大鑊啦！我唔想同呢一個人講電話。
You know, everybody has one person like that, you know.
而每一個人都可能會有一兩個咁樣嘅人啊。
I guess even if Jesus would be alive today, he would have some person he doesn't want to answer.
我都估耶穌如果而家係在世嘅話，其實都會有一兩個人係我真係好唔想聽佢電話嘅人物出現啊。
Now let's say that your boss calls you.
我哋講話可能係你老細打俾你啊。
Or one customer that
或者係你嘅其中一個比較難服侍嘅客人啦。
Or you get a message, oh, something happened, oh no.
或者你收到一個信息就係有啲事情發生啦。
What happens to your happiness?
對於你嘅快樂，突然間嗰一刻嘅快樂會發生啲咩事咧
？You know, at one moment you are with your doggy or in your happy situation, there was no problem in the world, you had alpha waves, and the next second you switched into a stressful situation.
之前嗰一刻都仲係哇好開心好喜悅啊！你喺你嘅 alpha 波嗰度啊，然後你同你隻狗一齊然後好開心好 relax， 但係第二秒你就已經係一個好大壓力嘅狀態喺一個 beta 波裏邊。
In beta, exactly, yes, to beta. And actually, if you would be a baby, you would start crying, you know.
如果你係一個 BB 嘅話，其實你就會開始喊。
But we are not babies, we are not allowed to cry.
但係我哋唔係 BB 啦，所以我哋唔可以咁喊啦。
They would tell, oh, you're a big baby, you're just crying here because somebody called you.
但你如果可能你係一個大 BB 大 baby 咁樣，你有啲人打俾你，跟住然後你就咁樣喊。
Yeah, of course you don't do that. But what will happen is you're going to have a little program in the head that next time when your doggy comes, you'll be a little bit less genuinely happy.
而嗰件事發生有啲咩事咧？就係每當呢件事發生嘅時候，然後下一次當你嘅狗再嚟，然後你嗰個真實嘅喜悅咧會遞減嘅其實。
So when we start to grow up, we become teenagers, and then we become in our 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and all the way to 1,000 years old. We will have less and less alpha waves.
當我哋長大嘅時候啦，我哋一路咁樣經歷唔同嘅事情啦，呢啲咁類似嘅情景啦，直至到可能我哋1000歲咁樣啦，我哋會經驗越嚟越少嘅 alpha 波。
Yes. Okay, so what to do? The thing is that we have a choice. That next time when there is a stressful situation, we can choose to respond differently with our awareness.
而我哋可以做啲咩咧？就係當我哋下一次遇到一個好 stress、好有壓力嘅狀態嘅時候咧，我哋可以選擇去做唔同嘅事情。
So actually, this requires again awareness. We must see everything from the neutral point of view. Is the boss or the customer that calls you really the worst thing that can happen to you in that moment, or you just accept it as it is? And when you accept it, you own it and you can transcend it.
而呢件事咧，其實好視乎你對你自己嘅情緒有冇覺察，有冇 awareness 啦。當你見到你自己喺呢度嘅時候，你係咪喺一個中立嘅狀態裏邊咧？其實你嘅老細或者你嘅客係咪真係你人生裏邊最差嘅一件事咧？
Yeah, you just ask yourself in that moment, that split second, you can ask yourself, is this really the worst thing that can happen to me right now? And then your brain says, no, that's not the worst thing. There's something, this can be worse and this can be worse. Then you think, okay, that's not so bad then. And then you just accept it as it is.
當佢哋出現嘅時候，其實你可以真係問下你自己， 佢哋係咪真係最差嘅事情喺我人生裏邊最差嘅事情喺我嘅生命裏邊咧？跟住就會發現其實都唔係啊，其實可以咁樣仲差啲喎，或者咁樣仲差啲喎，其實佢哋都唔係咁差啫。
And another thing that is quite practical is that you go into a meditation, which we are going to do at the end of our session today. That you go into meditation and you meet some people in your meditation, and you change your response. Maybe you forgive them. Maybe you need to send love to them. Something like that.
而第二樣嘢你可以選擇去做嘅就係一個靜心，一個 meditation。咁一陣間我哋都會去教你去做嘅，但係喺個靜心裏邊咧，你會去見到遇到一啲人啦，而你去選擇去原諒佢哋嘅。
Because why is it that if your boss calls you or that you become stressed, but if your best friend calls you, you become happy? What's the difference between these two?
咁究竟發生咩事咧？即係你嘅朋友，你嘅 boss 打俾你嘅時候，同埋你嘅朋友打俾你嘅時候，你個勁 friend 嘅朋友打俾你嘅時候，其實嗰個分別係喺邊度咧？
The difference is just your point of view. So if you yeah.
而嗰個最大嘅 difference， 唯一嘅 difference 嗰個分別就係你嘅睇法，你嘅 point of view。
Yeah, I'm teaching heart workshops and heart meditations, and I always realize that going into the heart, this is it's like magic. It's like a beautiful thing, because when you live from here, you're going to change your perspective.
佢教Luca 老師教好多關於心嘅工作坊啦，就會發現其實當你喺個心嗰度咧，其實係最大嘅魔術魔法magic， 因為係有好多嘢都可以，即係當你喺個心裏邊嘅時候，其實你嘅視野或者你嘅角度完全都會改變。
Because when you change your perspective about a certain thing, an object, situation, that situation energy blueprint is going to change into that energy that you are focusing on. I hope I say it right. Got it?
I think you can say it again.
I can say it again. If you are when you're focusing on a certain object or situation, you are sending energy to it. So when you change your perspective, you're going to send a different energy to it, and then that situation is going to change.
會發生咩事咧？就係當你面對一件事嘅時候，其實你係 send 緊你嘅能量去俾呢一個事情或者呢一個情景，但係當你嘅睇呢件事嘅角度唔同咗嘅時候，其實你係 send 緊一個完全唔同嘅一個 energy 或者一個能量去俾呢件事，而嗰個結局就會因此而改變。
A school teacher or a college teacher, professor who would see their students as stupid, she's going to, or the students are going to get lower grades. But if the teacher or professor sees already students as perfect, smart, great, automatically you're going to see, and this is proven, the grades will go higher just by as professors or teachers' perspective, change of perspective.
其實已經有證明過咧，就係當老師或者啲教授佢哋去睇佢哋學生嘅時候，係覺得啲學生哇真係好死蠢啊，即係好唔叻啊咁樣嘅時候咧，嗰啲學生咧喺學校嘅嗰個performance 就會佢哋攞考試嘅分數咧都會比較低分。而如果嗰個教授或者老師佢哋去睇學生嘅嗰個佢哋嘅諗法咧，其實係佢哋好叻啊，佢哋好聰明，好做得到嘅話咧，佢哋之後都發現咧，原來其實嗰啲學生咧嗰個考試嘅分數咧會較高㗎。
Okay, so coming back to Joshua or Jesus, I want to say something about him.
我哋翻去講翻有關一啲耶穌嘅事啊。
You all know about one sentence. He said, "Love your enemy."
你哋都會聽過一句就係愛你哋嘅敵人。
Most people don't know what it means.
好多人都唔知道其實係點解嘅。
I mean, of course, we are talking about unconditional love. Okay, but what does it mean practically?
當然我哋就係講緊關於無條件嘅愛啦，但其實實際上係啲乜嘢咧？
I think you can all agree with me that it's really easy to love somebody or some people who are also loving you back. That's easy, right?
你會發現你好容易可以去愛一個人，如果嗰個人係會愛翻你嘅話，其實你去愛嗰個人其實係好容易。
But can you be a master? Can you become a master? And that's actually everybody's soul plan. Can you be that person that you also love somebody who hates you? That's mastery.
但係你可唔可以成為主人，你自己嘅主人？其實呢個都係我哋靈魂嘅一個靈魂裏邊已經 plan 咗一個計劃，就係你會唔會可以做到一樣嘢，就係你都可以中意一啲其實你好憎嘅人，或者你唔中意嘅人。
Can you talk to another person the same way you would talk to God?
你會唔會可以同其他人講嘢，就好似你同主或者上帝講嘢咁樣一樣咧
？If you look at the flower of life that I have behind me,
當你去睇關於生命之花嘅話咧
so the flower of life is teaching us that we all come from the same source.
其實生命之花教緊我哋嘅嘢就係，我哋所有嘢都係嚟自於同一個源啊，同源嘅。
So here is unconditional love because you love yourself and everybody because everybody is you. From this point of view, you know and feel everybody is you.
而生命之花嘅中間呢個點就係，其實你會知道所有嘅人都係你啊，即係所有嘢都係同源，你就係佢哋啊。
But in duality consciousness, for example, you are here and somebody else is like this circle here, and let's say that they don't like each other, they are like fighting.
但係如果你話喺一個二元嘅對立嘅狀態裏邊咧，你會見到喺個圓形裏邊，可能你係我喺呢一度，佢喺呢一度係分開嘅，佢哋唔中意對方。
Because by the way, this can be on the level of a person or people or groups or countries or planets or stars or galaxies or universes.
可能係講緊唔同嘅層次嘅人啦，唔同國家啦，唔同宇宙啦，唔同城市，或者即係完全係有唔同，即係總之係唔同嘅狀態，唔同嘅地方。
So that's why to change your emotion, to change your hate, your fear into love, you must change the perspective that everybody is God.
而點樣可以將你對一個人或者對一件事去改變你嘅討厭啦、你嘅唔中意啦或者咩嘅話咧，其實就係去改變你嘅 perspective， 你嘅諗法啊，就係其實所有嘅事情、所有人都係上帝，都係 God 咯。
Yeah, it doesn't matter what they do. When you love them regardless of their actions. Even if you don't agree with their actions, when you really love them or a group of people or a country or somebody, you love them. That's what it means, love.
而愛宇宙無條件嘅愛係咩咧？就係當你去愛一個人嘅時候，其實佢無論佢做啲乜嘢，或者佢唔做啲乜嘢，或者你同唔同意佢所做嘅嘢，你都係一樣都係咁愛佢。
Okay. Because we have a little time limit, let's go to the next thing. Okay. Another thing that is affecting us is what we are watching, what we are listening to, what we are reading, what we are eating, and what we do every day.
而另外一樣嘢會影響我哋嘅就係，我哋究竟每一日接收緊啲咩？我哋食緊啲咩啦？我哋睇緊啲乜嘢啦？我哋聽緊啲乜嘢啦？都會影響我哋嘅。
Basically, we only have two emotions. One is love, and the other one is fear.
而其實我哋只係有兩種情緒，一就係愛，另外一種就係恐懼。
Know this guy?
你知唔知道佢係邊個？Yoda。
Yeah. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to suffering. He said, right?
恐懼會帶嚟就係憤怒啦，而憤怒帶嚟嘅就係痛苦。
So if we are watching news, if we are watching or listening to conversation, if we are involved in conversation which involves anger, fear, judgment, etc., and gossiping about others and so on, we are going to bring this into our heart, and later we are going to become the same thing.
當我哋日常生活裏邊睇新聞啦，或者我哋會同人哋有對話嘅時候，會講起有啲關於恐懼啊、憤怒啊、一啲批判啊、judgment 啊、或者即係呢一類型嘅嘢，或者我哋喺背後講人哋壞話，其實呢啲漸漸地都會喺我哋生命裏邊演化出嚟。
So actually, I want to say one thing is never talk bad about other people, because your body, your emotional body, mental body, and your physical body, your spiritual body, they don't see a difference. If you're talking bad about others, or if you talk bad about yourself, your body doesn't see a difference.
所以咧，Luca 老師就remind 我哋一樣嘢，就係從來都唔好去講人哋壞話啦，因為其實我哋嘅身體、我哋嘅心其實係唔知道嗰個分別係邊嘅。我哋以為我哋講緊其他人，其實個身體同埋心以為其實我哋係講緊我哋自己。
Yeah, so avoid things that would lower your vibration.
盡量避免咧一啲事情係會降低我哋嘅頻率。
Okay, then I want to talk shortly before our meditation. I want to talk shortly about the tiny space of the heart.
我哋喺做靜心之前咧，其實想講一個叫做 tiny space in the heart，就係心之微小空間。
There's an ancient text from India, from Sanskrit, the ancient language of the world, Upanishads. Upanishads, there is no translation for that, just Upanishads. Yeah.
OK， 咁咧喺一啲好古舊嘅文獻裏邊咧，又喺梵文裏邊有一個叫 Upanishad 嘅一個文字裏邊。
And I have one text here.
佢就有嗰個文字喺嗰個 mon 前面，大家可以睇一睇。
Yes, and then but to tell you what does it say? I'll just tell you. It says that in our heart we have a lotus.
佢就講話，其實喺我哋心裏邊有一個蓮花嘅。
And that lotus has a tiny space, a little point.
而嗰個蓮花裏邊其實有一個一點嘅一個空間喺嗰度。
And in this little point, there is no polarity. There's no light. There is no shadow.
而喺呢一個好細小嘅空間裏邊咧，係冇兩極嘅，冇光，亦都冇陰影呢樣嘢。
There is no good. There is no bad.
冇好或者壞。
Everything exists here, and everything also doesn't exist here.
所有嘢都喺呢一個咁細嘅微小空間裏邊存在，亦都喺呢一個空間裏邊係唔存在嘅。
Yeah, so this is where the original consciousness lives. God, where God lives.
而呢個就係我哋最原本嘅嗰個意識嘅存在嘅地方。
And this is what Jesus said. Jesus said, "Kingdom of heaven is in your heart."
而呢樣嘢就係耶穌所講嘅，就係其實天堂就係喺我哋嘅心裏邊。
So I think we all agree that we are always creating everything that is around us.
我哋應該都會贊同嘅就係，其實我哋不停咁喺度顯化緊創造緊我哋身邊嘅所有嘢。
As within, so without. As above, so below.
就好似外邊嘅嘢就好似你裏邊咁樣，而你上邊嘅嘢就好似下邊嘅嘢。
You cannot be just saying, oh, I'm going to go to one manifestation workshop or weekend and now I'm creating something. No, you're creating 24/7 all the time.
而唔係話我去咗一個關於顯化嘅工作坊，而家我就喺度創造緊嘢，唔係咁樣嘅。其實我哋每分每秒都喺度創造緊，就算你唔上嗰啲 workshop，你都喺度創造緊。
But there's another thing that not many people talk about. There's also as without, so within. So as below, so above.
而有好多人都唔會講嘅就係，其實你嘅裏邊，你嘅外邊就係你嘅裏邊。其實as below and so without, as above， 即係你嘅天 as below, so above。So 你嘅下邊，其實就係反映緊你嘅上邊。
So it means that also everything around you is creating you, the universe and everybody on our planet, and the reality is creating also you. It's not only you creating the reality, also it's opposite, also true.
其實講緊啲乜嘢咧？就係講緊其實成個環境、周圍環境都喺度創造緊你，而你亦都係同時間喺度創造緊個環境，所以唔係淨係你喺度創造緊，而係外邊都有創造緊你。
Okay, so when we bring our consciousness into the tiny space, everybody's else tiny space of the heart. It's not only your space, it's my space in the heart, it's the same like your space in the heart, and everybody.
所以唔係淨係你喺你個微小空間裏邊去創造緊顯化，而係每一個人佢都有佢自己嘅微小空間，其實佢都係喺呢一度做緊佢哋嘅顯化。
So, and we can create a world on our planet which would be in balance if we start living from here.
Balance, in balance.
Balance.
Okay.
Balance, yes. Balance.
Okay. So 我哋每一個人咧，其實都要喺呢一個微小空間裏邊咧，去創造一個世界或者一個宇宙咧，係一個平衡和諧嘅宇宙。
Yes, because when we live from the brain, we are creating things out of balance. We want this, we don't want that, and we are creating chaos. But when we live from the heart, we align with the higher self and we create a higher balance, if you want.
當我哋喺頭腦嗰度咧去做去 planning 啊，或者去做顯化嘅時候咧，其實係所有嘢咧都係唔 balance 嘅，嗰樣嘢係唔平衡啦，唔和諧嘅。但係當你喺一個心喺呢個微小空間去做呢個做呢一個顯化嘅話咧，其實佢係將所有嘢咧都能夠align 翻喺一個同一個位度，而令到成件事可以和諧同埋balance 嘅。
Okay. So I think we explained everything what we had in plan to explain, and we are going to slowly go into our meditation.
我哋之前都解釋咗好多嘢啦，咁我哋都會慢慢咧進入我哋呢一個靜心嘅部分啦。
Okay. So everybody who has an option to just relax and maybe turn off some light a little bit, or you can even have a meditation mask, please prepare.
咁咧大家可以 feel free 咁去可能熄咁啲燈啦，放鬆心情啦。如果你有嗰啲可以戴住嘅 eye mask 眼罩嘅話咧，你可以去準備。
Okay. So if there is an option to have a background music, it's perfect. If not, also fine. I just talk to the team in the background. Okay. Okay. So, everybody, it's all good? Okay, we have a music.
係我哋有音樂啦，而家。
So let us close our eyes. You can hear me?
I think the music can be lower so that your voice is louder.
Okay. So, is it okay? You can hear me?
Yeah. 大家都
Okay.
聽到
I
啊，
hope everybody else can also hear me. Okay. So, let us close our eyes.
我哋所有人都閉上眼睛，
Let us put our hand on our heart chakra.
然後我哋將我哋嘅手放喺我哋嘅下心輪嘅位置，
And we start breathing rhythmically.
然後我哋開始有節奏咁樣去呼吸，
So it's just like breathing in,
我
breathing
哋
out,
吸氣，然後呼氣，
breathing in,
吸氣，
breathing out.
呼氣。
I just think that we can just do it without the music.
Oh.
If I can ask the team.
可唔可以停一停個音樂啊
Okay.
？Thank you，唔該晒。
I think it will be better. Okay.
咁樣會好啲。
So let us start breathing from our heart and breathing in,
好，我哋由個心裏邊開始呼吸，吸入，
breathing out.
呼出。
And to do this a couple times more.
我哋會做多幾次呢一個吸入同埋呼出嘅動作。
Become aware of the light inside of your heart.
你開始去注意我哋心裏邊見到嘅光。
And you see and feel that every time when you breathe in or breathe out, the light from your heart starts to expand and becomes bigger.
然後去睇或者去感受下，每一次你嘅呼吸嘅時候，嗰個喺心裏邊嘅光都會變得越嚟越大。
And with every breath, the sphere of light from the heart doubles the size and doubles and doubles and doubles.
然後每一個呼吸，你裏邊嘅心嘅光芒係會一倍大兩倍咁樣長大擴大。
Imagine that every cell in your body is golden, sparkling light.
想象下咧，你身體裏邊每一個細胞咧，都係閃着金色嘅光。
And now imagine a beautiful place in the nature.
或者去想象下，你喺一個大自然一個好靚嘅地方。
It can be on the top of the mountain,
可以喺高嘅山上面咯，
or it can be near the sea, near the ocean.
或者可以係喺海洋嘅附近。
You can smell the fresh air.
你可以聞到一啲好新鮮嘅空氣。
Remember the love that you have for Mother Earth.
去記住你有對大地母親嘅嗰份愛。
She's your divine mother and she loves you so much.
大地母親係我哋嘅神聖母親，而佢好愛我哋。
From your heart, you send a beam of light of golden color or pink color and send it to the center of the planet.
而由我哋嘅心裏邊，我哋 send 一個光束，嗰個光束可以係金色或者可以係粉紅色，直接 send 落去我哋嘅大地上。
And you feel how this love expands and expands.
而去感覺下呢一個愛點樣越嚟越擴張。
And Mother Earth responds and she sends her love back to you.
而大地母親去回應，佢亦都將佢嘅愛 send 翻俾你。
And then you look at the sky and you can see a beautiful night sky.
然後當你睇下個天空好靚。
You're on the top of the mountain and you can see the Milky Way and all the stars in the sky.
你喺一個好高嘅山峰上邊，然後你見到一個好靚嘅天空，有住銀河啦，一個好靚閃住好多星星嘅一個天空。
And send your love to every star and every planet.
你都可以將你嘅愛 send 俾所有嘅星或者所有嘅銀河宇宙每一個星體。
Send this love unconditionally from your lower heart chakra to every star, every planet. Yes.
而呢個宇宙無條件嘅愛係 send 俾所有唔同無數無盡嘅星星，所有嘅唔同嘅行星。
And then you feel the love coming back from the universe back into your own heart.
然後你會感覺到所有嗰啲行星亦都將愛 send 翻落嚟俾你。
Feel the love for yourself.
感覺一下你對你自己嘅愛。
And now imagine that your breath is connected to everybody on our planet.
而家我哋想象一下，我哋嘅呼吸其實係同我哋全世界嘅所有人係聯繫埋一齊。
Imagine that your field, biomagnetic field, is connected to every person's field on our planet.
而去想象下，你嘅生物磁場係同成個世界嘅每一個人都係連接埋一齊。
You send your love to every animal, to every tree.
你將你嘅愛去 send 俾每一個動物、每一棵樹、每一個植物。
Illuminate your heart and you can see how much light you have in your heart.
去將你嘅心嘅光芒去綻放，去睇下你可以綻放到幾多嘅光芒。
Feel how the love from Mother Earth and Father Sun go into your heart and you can transmit your love to every person on our planet.
去感受一下大地母親同埋宇宙父親俾我哋嘅愛，而我哋將呢一啲嘅愛，將佢哋發放出去俾呢個世界上面嘅每一個人。
See and imagine and feel that everybody is breathing together with you.
去睇、去想像同埋去感受，全世界嘅所有人都同你一齊做呢一個呼吸。
And see and feel, realize that everybody has a tiny space, a sacred space inside of their heart.
而去感覺、去幻想同埋去感受下，全世界嘅所有人都喺佢哋都有呢一個新嘅微小空間。
Realize that everybody is God, is aspect or fractal part of God in their own way.
而亦都去想像下，其實我哋身邊或者全世界嘅所有嘅每一個人，其實都係上帝，都係 God， 佢哋都係上帝嘅某一個面向。
If they love you back or not, it's not up to you. It's just up to them. You just send love to them and that is all.
佢哋愛你與否係 up to 佢哋，由佢哋去決定。你係唔需要做任何嘢，而你所需要做嘅就係去 send love 俾佢哋 ，send 愛俾佢哋。
Okay. And now feel the love that you have for yourself.
而家你去感覺下你對你自己嘅愛。
And just imagine that you as consciousness leave your mind, leave your head, and you just flow like a river into your heart.
而去幻想下你嘅意識離開你嘅身體，離開你嘅頭腦，然後好似喺一個河流裏邊一路流向你嘅心裏邊。
Imagine that you are behind your physical heart now.
去幻想你而家企喺你嘅心，你嘅實體嘅心嘅後邊。
And feel how the door opens and you can enter your heart.
然後去感受下心嘅嗰道門打開，你點樣去行入去佢心裏邊。
Imagine that you are a point of light in the center of your heart.
去幻想一下，你就係喺你嘅心中心裏邊嘅一個光。
And you can forget now all definitions that you have about yourself.
而你而家可以去忘記晒所有關於你嘅所有嘅定義。
It is okay to imagine that it is only you in this universe right now.
而你而家可以去純粹去諗下，你係呢個全世界嘅，你係唯一嘅。
Everybody in the universe is you.
所有人喺呢一個世界喺一個宇宙裏邊都係你。
And forget about your body right now. Forget about the time and space.
忘記你自己嘅身體，忘記時間同埋空間。
Is there something else you can just erase, any other definition? Then you just erase it. Just forget about it.
如果有一啲定義，你想喺呢一個時間去將佢抹走嘅話，你亦都可以去咁樣做。
But there is something you cannot erase. It will always be there.
但係有啲嘢咧，你係唔可以抹走嘅，嗰啲嘢係永遠都會喺度。
And this is your eternal self.
呢個就係永恆嘅你。
So you become the Brahman. You become the eternal self.
你成為呢個神聖嘅自我。
And when you can see and feel yourself as the creator of all life, you realize everybody else is also creator.
當你意識到你自己係呢個創造者嘅時候，你就會發現其實所有人都係創造者。
Realize and remember that you have your own soul plan.
發現同埋去記得，其實你係有一個神聖靈魂嘅計劃嘅。
And now also remember that everybody else has their own plan.
亦都去記起，其實每一個人都有佢哋自己嘅靈魂計劃。
Remember and realize that whatever other people will do, it has nothing to do with you. It's only their own plan, their own soul's experience.
而要去記住嘅就係，所有其他人去做嘅嘢，去做嘅事，都係佢哋嘅靈魂計劃，其實同你係無關。佢哋各自都喺度經驗緊佢哋自己嘅人生。
And now you go into a white temple inside of your heart.
而家我哋去我哋心裏邊一個白色嘅一個祭祀嘅空間。
You are dressed in white. You're dressed in
你
white.
嘅身體着住白色嘅衫。
And you can see the whole city and everybody in this place where you are right now, also in white, and everything is white.
你會見到你而家身處嘅城市，所有嘢都係白色嘅。
And you are now on the top of white pyramid.
你而家喺身處喺一個白色嘅全白色嘅金字塔上面。
You send love to this white pyramid.
然後你 send 愛去俾呢一個白色嘅金字塔。
And you realize that this pyramid is made out of connections between you and your ancestors.
然後你發現，原來呢個白色嘅金字塔係由你同埋你嘅祖先去形成嘅。
You send even more love and golden light into this pyramid.
你再 send 更多嘅愛同埋金光去俾呢一個白色嘅金字塔。
And you realize that this pyramid is connected somehow to everybody in this city where you are right now.
然後你發現，原來呢一個白色嘅金字塔係連結咗同呢個城市裏邊嘅所有人係連結埋一齊嘅。
We're going to come back to this pyramid.
我哋一陣間會翻嚟呢個金字塔嗰度。
But now we go back in time.
而家我哋翻去以前嘅某一個時間。
You go back into the timeline of your life. You go backward in time.
我哋將時間流轉翻去過去。
and you meet your younger self. Your younger self is only a few years younger than you are right now.
而你會遇到一個比你細幾年嘅自己。
You look at your younger self in the eyes and you put your hand on your younger self's chest. You put your hand on your younger self's heart and your younger self put his or her hand on your heart.
咁你比較年輕嘅你自己，你見到佢嘅時候，你望住佢雙眼，然後將你嘅手擺喺佢嘅心上邊。
You look at your younger self in the eyes as a pure divine person.
你望住呢個比你年輕嘅自己，就好似你望住一個神聖嘅你咁樣。
And you say to your younger self, I love you, my younger self.
然後你同你自己講，呢個年輕嘅自己講，我愛你，呢個年輕嘅我自己。
You say, I'm sorry.
你同佢講對唔住。
I'm sorry for anything I maybe did wrong.
我對唔住，如果我有做過一啲唔啱嘅嘢，
Can you forgive me?
請你原諒我。
And your younger self looks into your eyes and says, everything is forgiven, dear brother, dear sister. There's no resentment on the soul level. Everything is okay.
而呢個較年輕嘅你同你講就係、你已經被原諒啦，我嘅兄弟同埋姊妹，呢個而家已經再喺我嘅靈魂層面上邊，再冇任何怨恨。
And your younger selves look at you and says, but can you forgive me? I also maybe didn't do everything perfect as I could.
而年輕嘅你亦都對你講，就係、你可唔可以原諒我啊？我可能做唔夠嘢去讓你能夠得到滿足。
And you look at your younger self in the eyes and you say, I forgive you everything. I love you, my younger self. And you hug your younger self.
而你對你嘅年輕嘅你講，就係、我原諒你，我愛你，然後你去擁抱你呢個年輕嘅你。
And then you go back into the time and then you meet your even younger self. You are only a few years old.
然後時間再翻去過去，你又見到一個幾歲嘅你自己。
And you see your younger self playing.
你見到嗰個細個嘅你喺度玩緊。
He or she is so happy.
佢好開心喎。
And you look at your younger self in the eyes and you say, I'm sorry. I forgot how to play. I forgot how to be a child.
然後你望住細個嘅你，你同佢講，好對唔住啊，我已經唔記得咗點樣去玩，點樣去覺得開心快樂。
Can you forgive me?
你可唔可以原諒我啊？
And your younger self looks at into your eyes and smiles and says, everything is okay. Don't worry.
然後細個嘅你望住你，然後喺度笑，就話冇嘢啊，所有嘢都好 OK 啊，唔好擔心。
Just play with me again.
淨係同我玩啦，
Don't forget about me.
唔好唔記得我啊。
And you look at your younger self in the eyes and you hug him or her and you say, I promise you from now on we will always be together.
然後你望住你嘅細個嘅你，你係攬住佢，然後你同佢講，我會永遠都記得你。
And just breathe in.
And
breathe
then
out.
吸入空氣，然後呼出。
And you move now even further in the past. You're in the white room and you're dressed in white.
然後而家我哋再將時間流轉到去再遠啲嘅時間，你喺一個白色嘅子宮裏邊，而你着住白色嘅衫。
And in this white room, there's a little white bed for a baby.
而喺呢一個白色嘅房間裏邊咧，你見到一個 BB 喺一個白色嘅 BB 喺裏邊。
You come closer and you see there's a little baby there dressed in white, smiling at you. And now you know this baby is you when you are born.
然後你見到呢個 BB 個白色衫嘅 BB 對住你笑，然後你發現原來呢個 BB 其實就係你啱啱出世嘅你。
And you come closer and you say to your inner child, I love you. I'm sorry I forgot about you here.
然後你同呢個 BB 講，你嘅內在小孩講，to say what? Sorry.
I'm sorry I forgot about you here.
好對唔住啊，我唔記得咗你嘅存在。
And to see your inner child smiling at you.
然後你見到你嘅內在小孩向你微笑。
You come closer and you take your inner child, your younger self, out of this bed and hold yourself close to your chest.
然後你慢慢靠近你嘅內在小孩，將佢抱起，然後擁抱，將佢慢慢間抱喺你嘅胸膛裏邊。
And you feel this love for yourself that you have forgotten.
然後去感受呢一個你已經遺忘咗嘅愛。
And you can see your inner child smiling at you.
然後你見到其實你嘅內在小孩向住你微笑。
And you say to your younger self, I promise you, from now on, we will be together always.
然後你對住你嘅內在小孩講就係，我向你保證，由而家開始，我會同你一齊。
Breathe in.
吸入空氣。
Breathe out.
呼出。
And now you are in this little white bed. You are a little baby.
而家你就係瞓喺呢一張白色嘅床上邊，你就係嗰個 BB 啦。
You just came into this world.
你啱啱嚟到呢個世界。
And your grown-up self comes to you dressed in white and smiles at you.
然後一個成年嘅你着住白色嘅衫，開始向你靠近，向你微笑。
And takes you out of the bed.
然後將你抱離張床。
Tells you something that you don't understand.
佢同你講咗一啲你唔明嘅嘢。
But you're just so happy.
但你好開心。
Because you know you will never be forgotten again.
因為你知道你永遠都唔會被遺忘。
Breathe in. Breathe out.
吸入空氣，呼出。
You're back in the white temple.
你而家返去白色嘅廟宇裏邊。
There are all these people also dressed in white.
嗰啲人咧全部都係着白色嘅衫。
It's everybody from your life.
所有
Everybody you
呢
ever
啲
knew.
生命裏邊嘅人都係白色，着住白色嘅衫。
There's also your mother and your father.
你會見到你爸爸啦，你媽媽啦。
And maybe even some people you really want to forgive right now.
或者一啲你好想去原諒嘅人，佢哋都喺嗰個地方度。
And you look all at these people and souls and maybe even animals in the eyes.
然後你望住呢啲人、呢啲靈魂，或者甚至乎係動物，你望住佢哋嘅眼睛。
And you see a divine person in these people's eyes.
然後你見到佢哋內在嘅神性。
You see your mother and father, you bow to them, you connect heart to heart.
你見到你嘅媽媽同埋你爸爸，你哋向佢鞠躬，然後你同佢哋係心連心咁樣去連接住。
And then you look at all these other people and in the eyes, you see a divine person in them.
然後你望到其他嘅人，你都見到一個神聖嘅自我喺佢哋裏邊。
And you tell them, I'm sorry.
然後你同佢哋講，好對唔住啊。
For anything maybe I did wrong.
我話有一啲或者其他一啲，你覺得你自己做錯嘅嘢。
Can you forgive me?
你可唔可以原諒我？
And they look at you and they see a divine person and they say to you, everything is okay. We love you and we forgive you.
而佢哋望住你，亦都見到你內在神聖嘅自我，而同佢講，所有嘢都係 OK 嘅，而我會原諒你。
On the soul level, on the soul level, everything is okay.
喺靈魂層面上邊，所有嘢都係 OK 嘅已經。
And they say, can you forgive us?
你可唔可以原諒我啊？
And you look at all these people in the eyes and you tell them, I love you all and I forgive you all.
然後你望住所有呢啲人嘅眼睛，你同佢講，我愛你，同埋我原諒你。
Breathe in.
吸入。
Breathe out.
呼出。
And then you're back at the top of the pyramid.
然後你再翻去嗰個金字塔嘅頂端。
And now you realize that this white pyramid is on the top, surrounding the whole Hong Kong.
然後你發現呢個金字塔係完全籠罩住成個香港。
And there's a golden light and the golden part on the top of the pyramid.
然後你見到一個金光喺呢一個金字塔嘅頂部。
And now you see and feel that there are so many angels doing the same thing that you are doing right now.
然後你見到有好多嘅天使，你感受到有好多天使同你做緊同一樣嘅嘢。
Sending love and light to every person, to every being in Hong Kong.
send 緊愛同埋光去俾每一個喺香港嘅人同埋存在，去俾香港每一個人。
And at the top of this pyramid, there is a portal being opened up to the higher dimensions.
而你見到咧，佢呢個金字塔嘅頂端有一個管道咧，佢打開咗。
And there is Archangel Michael on the top of this pyramid.
然後你見到大天使麥可 Michael 啦，就喺呢一個金字塔嘅上邊。
There are also so many other spirit guides, gods, bodhisattvas, and aspects of higher consciousness here.
你都見到有好多菩薩啦，好多嘅 angels 啦，好多嘅 guide 啦，都喺呢一個金字塔嘅附近。
And we are seeing a rainbow light circling around Hong Kong.
然後你見到一個彩色嘅光，完全咁樣將香港包圍住。
If we're looking from the God's perspective from the top, this rainbow light is circling the opposite direction of the clock.
如果你鳥瞰咁樣睇住香港嘅話，你見到呢一個彩虹嘅光咧，其實係順時針咁樣喺度圍繞住香港。
And we are seeing all together how this rainbow light is cleaning all the energy debris, all the old energies that we don't need anymore.
而我哋會見到呢一個彩色嘅光咧，喺度不停咁清理緊香港一啲或者我哋所有人一啲唔再需要嘅舊有嘅能量，我哋都不停喺度做緊淨化。
With permission of Mother Earth and Father Sky, we can clean all the old energies with a rainbow light which goes up to the top apex of the pyramid.
我哋有大地母親同宇宙父親嘅許可，我哋可以利用呢一個彩色嘅光去將所有香港唔需要嘅 energy 能量去作一個淨化。
All the old emotions and old thoughts that don't serve this beautiful city anymore.
所有唔再需要或者唔再 work 嘅情緒同埋思想都可以完全咁樣透過呢個光抹去。
And there is so much light coming inside that the whole pyramid starts to shine with golden sparkling light.
而有好多好多嘅光由裏邊發出嚟，係黃色金黃色嘅光。
And if there are some soul fragments or some souls which are trapped between the dimensions, they also can leave the city and they can go to higher dimensions and they can meet their loved ones.
如果有一啲靈魂嘅碎片啦，或者一啲靈體啦、靈魂啦，咁需要離開嘅話咧，都可以透過呢啲金光可以離開，去到一個較高嘅層面，去同佢哋所愛嘅人能夠團聚喺一齊。
So when we are seeing this rainbow light cleaning all the heavy energies, what is left is just pure light and pure brightness.
呢個彩虹嘅光咧，不停咁將一啲好沉重嘅能量咧淨化，而剩翻嘅只係一啲好靚、好光、好金色嘅光芒留低。
And we can keep this vision open today, even after we finish our broadcast here, you can continue doing this, and you can do this anytime you feel you want to do this.
就算我哋今日呢一個broadcast 完咗之後咧，我哋都可以仍然將呢一個我哋見到嘅visual 繼續落去嘅，或者喺你哋日常裏邊唔同嘅時候都可以繼續做呢一個彩虹光淨化嘅動作。
There's a lot of protection and a lot of love potential in Hong Kong.
其實香港有好多愛嘅潛在嘅力量啦，好多愛啦，圍繞住香港，充滿住香港。
And when you are working on yourself and you do this from your heart, you're going to reflect your love for yourself to the love for others.
當你去做呢一個嘅動作嘅時候咧，其實你都係將你自己嘅愛去反映出去喺呢個其他人嘅身上。
Remember that you are and always have been and always will be love and light.
你要記住，你曾經亦都而家亦都係，而將來都會係光同埋愛。
You are the original spark of the universe.
你係呢個宇宙裏邊最原始嘅光芒。
When enough people have a vision of a perfect situation right now and a balanced image, when at least 3 people feel this from the heart, this can manifest in the external world.
當有足夠嘅人至少3個啦，有呢一個perfect 一個完美或者和諧嘅視覺關於香港嘅話，其實呢一個咁樣嘅狀態就會顯化出嚟。
So to finish our broadcast, I want to send a big blessing to Hong Kong.
我哋今日咧會以一個祝福香港去完結今日嘅 broadcast。
But it's not me doing this, we are doing this.
唔係淨係 Luca 老師去做呢件事，而係我哋所有人一齊去做呢樣。
Because I am you, you are me.
因為你就係我，我就係你。
In Lakesh Alakin.
In Lakesh Alakin.
Itakuyo Yasin, Namaste. And you can also, whenever you feel, you can expand this love around the whole planet.
當你覺得你想嘅時候，你可以將呢一個愛擴展到去成個行星、成個地球度。
And see that rainbow light is also cleaning all the energies that don't serve humanity anymore, and these old energies go up to the higher dimensions.
而我哋都係見到呢個彩虹光咧，不停咁去淨化緊我哋所有沉重嘅能量，而嗰啲能量已經唔再能夠幫到我哋人類，而將呢樣嘢咧升華翻去，淨化到去一個較高嘅層面。
Because everything is connected to everything else.
因為咧所有嘢咧都係同其他嘢都係連繫埋一齊嘅。
So, thank you everybody for doing this. Thank you for your love.
多謝大家一齊去參與呢個靜心啦，亦都多謝大家嘅愛。
So, we can finish this broadcast, and I just say to the team, you can put the Alleluia for the finish, and we can slowly close. Namaste.
Namaste, thank you. 咁我哋今日嘅 broadcast 就會完結啦。